Oh, the naval invasion's going. Oh, and that naval invasion is looking sweet because it's just going to get more brutal. There's what? Oh, 18 divisions in there out of the ones that we definitely still see. That's 160,000 troops. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TMW Esports, your new home for Grand Strategy Esports. My name is Midgeman, brought to you by the Midgeman's World. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Today, we are bringing you Map 3 in our running matchup from the TommyKay League of Archiusdonius versus Berlinwallneverfall. This one is a nail-biter. This tournament utilizes the Commanders in Conflict mod, a competitive Hearts of Iron mod that cuts the game down from its Grand Strategy global conflict into 1v1 and 2v2 scenarios, and is made and produced by Speed5. I'm also the head of the mod team over there, so a little bit biased. But the mod has just released Season 3 with all new factions and maps to play on. So if you fancy yourself a Micro King and also fancy the chance in playing in multiple competitions, why not go practice the mod and give it a download today? I've talked long enough. Let's get on with the matchup. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are going to go into Game 3 of this best of 3. We got a game 3. Just as a reminder, we are playing some lovely CISC. Here is the 1v1 map pool. Our map for game 3 is, we've seen it already today, is Nordwind, our Scandinavian map. This time, we are going to be seeing Archiusdonius on the Axis and Berlinwallneverfall on the Allies. This is a big map because whoever takes this takes the game. And they're already in. We have begun. This is whoever does this takes the matchup. Will it be Berlinwallneverfall? Who, might I add, if they win this, they destroy Archius' winning streak. They're 4-0 right now. So it's all up for Archius. Are they going to be able to make this 5-0, or are they going to be smashed down? And this Berlinwallneverfall, someone who's a 2-2 with their games right now, are they going to be, you know, taking them down a notch and showing, hey, I can be a part of this competition just because I've got some losses already doesn't mean I'm out. So, if you're new here, hello, welcome to more CIC. This is taken from the TommyKay League, and you're watching coverage from TMW Esports. Narvik, Luleå, and Stockholm. They're the points you need to be looking at because the name of the game with CIC is either hold a majority of these VPs to take your opponent's VP points down to 0 or capitulate your enemy. There is a year of build-up, 365 days where these two factions will be building up their forces before war is declared. And then it's all-out bloodbath until the game is done. There is no timer anymore. It's down to life points, the VP life points, and or capitulation. Now, we saw the Axis capitulate the Allies in this very map earlier today. However, I have no idea what we'll see here. These are slightly more veteran players, and I'd have to say we're up to very interesting things. Now, let's take a look at the research early. We've got survivability studies coming in from the Allies. Means we are going to see air. We're going to see an early air, and the same for the Axis. Okay, air is not going to be forgotten, which I think is very, very important. This is less of a tanky map, so I think we're not going to be seeing any real big tank plays. I have been known to be wrong, however. We've seen a lot of commandos, and, well, actually, we saw our first lock-in of commandos. I also think Haren is also a very good pick for this map, especially as one of our players keeps going no air. Actually, it was our no air player that went air and then surprisingly won air last time, which was real fluky. And then, yeah, I think we're going to see, okay, I think early predictions, I think we're going to see Finland on the Axis, and I think we're probably going to see something from the King's Choice here for the Allies. However, I could be wrong. There's some really lovely other picks that you can do in here. Not to bitch, the Commonwealth worked really well last time. I think Commonwealth could work really well again, but I'm excited nonetheless. Pride is on the line here for Archius, and I think that could be totally you know, interesting to say the least. I think the pressure feels really on. I think they felt really strong in that first game, didn't worry about the second game too much, and then when they lost that VP, they struggled. They almost broke the rules to try and get out of it, you know. I had to go down there and say, hey. No. I don't think it would have mattered because I don't think those paratroopers would have landed at all. But, yeah. Interested to see what goes on here. It's an interesting matchup. I think these players feel very even. I will say the Berlinwallneverfall had some really good tank micro. To be fair, they only lost that first matchup because they were so horse blinded by the ongoing, effects of the matchup. So without those horse blinders, this could be a world of difference, massive world of difference. I'm excited. I'm very excited for this match. However, I do need to quickly stretch because I feel like I'm getting cramp sat here. Doesn't normally happen, but we are heading almost 5 hours into this stream, so I'm just gonna quickly, stretch. As a reminder for you guys as well, at home, use this time, grab yourself a drink of water, take your meds if you haven't already today, and stretch if you need to, because hey, this map is going to be exciting. We want to be here for the final of it because it's going to be a lot. We should be about halfway through the industry tree by now. I'm going to quickly take a look at research and production. Yeah, so we are expanding the industrial sector. Going for we're not even halfway. We're one focus in. What's going on? We're going civs on the Allies. Let's see what the Axis are going. Yeah, going mills. So long game versus short game. Coming on in here for the players. Let's take a look at production. Are we seeing anything stand out? No. Currently with the Allies, we're going for the support equipment and for the infantry equipment. It's kind of the standard build. And we're seeing trains being built here for the Axis and then a heavy on guns. No support equipment whatsoever. I think the support equipment, with how heavy it was that we were seeing there from the Allies, makes me think we might see CO. I think we might see the Combined Operations Headquarters purely because Special Forces have a lot of reliance on support equipment. Also, look how hard they're going to go into artillery there. Big stuff. Big stuff. Slightly quieter now because we're in the third game of these games. The thing is, once you get to the third game of a matchup, the build-up period becomes a lot quieter because you're just waiting for those picks. But the other thing that we need to remember is, now you're in the third game, you start having that pressure from, oh god, I've just played 2 really long games. I've got to play a third now. Tiredness sets in. Mistakes happen in the build. All sorts of choices. That can play a massive factor. We are seeing a naval invasion already going in. This is kind of the meta for the Allies on this map. We do see Narvik become kind of one of the big targets here. It's one of those big targets. It's really easy because you share the sea zone, so it should be guaranteed yours as long as you naval invade it correctly. And we'll probably see a rush to Stockholm, Luleå. One of these days, we will see we'll see an allied play where they don't go for the naval invasion of Narvik. They station navy in Gothenburg, and then naval invade Luleå with a naval dominance by taking Commonwealth as their focus and just going bloop bloop and landing in Luleå and then going for Narvik afterwards. I'd love to see that. That'd be beautiful. I'd love to see an Axis reaction to that. And they're because essentially they could focus that in Stockholm. And I don't think, unless there was a naval invasion of Narvik, that the Axis could walk to Narvik in time of those landing. The problem would be is how quickly the Axis push through here if it's longer than the naval invasion. That would be the real test. Continued industrial. I love that we're seeing a flip as well. One major thing here. We're seeing open league meta of short game in terms of military factories versus the long game civilian factories here from the Allies. I think might pay off on this map as well. This isn't a very quick map to be fighting over. So, hey, I'm super excited to see what's going on there. I'm really thinking it's going to be... Honestly, actually, I know I said we might see one of the King's Choice line. I reckon we might see a Commonwealth 8th army as well. That's another solid pick that I think we might see. Don't think we're going to see any of the tank trees. Definitely don't think we're going to see Soviets in this build. Doolittle Raider, the USMC I love this faction. Don't know if it's the right choice. And already locking in Small Arms Company coming in here for the Axis. They're really going to build that infantry up. This is a very classic build, this feels like. Allies, very different. Just infantry equipment. Look at this. Guns, 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 guns. Well, I mean, that's all they can build because they've got that mill disadvantage right now because they're going for the longer game build. Yeah. Is this as viable? Is this as viable? I'm not sure. They have been able to go war economy earlier. Interesting. I'm very intrigued. I am very intrigued to see what we get here. So we're going to have a push towards Nordping here from the allied player. I think we are going to get the classic a holding team around Narvik and then a push for Stockholm. Whereas the Axis, I think they're going to go for a push for Luleå. I don't think we're going to see anything crazy about Narvik. Main forces up here with a token expeditionary force crossing the Åland Gap. No naval invasions coming in here from the Axis. I don't know if that's the wisest maneuver, but we'll see. Barely any troops on the field yet. We're very early in the build-up. Still only halfway through the industry phase. Probably about 200 days. Yeah, 200 days before war. 200 days before the war comes in. Oh, we've got a faction pick already coming in now for the allied player, completing their civ line. We're getting US Armed Forces. So this is for the first time today. Let's go through the US Armed Forces. So we have, as the two options between the US Armed Forces, there's the UF-12 Army Group, which is the old meta. This is the King of Kings that didn't get an update recently because of that. Everything was kind of brought into line with it. And the USMC. US-12 Army Group is a superior firepower doctrine tree. It gives you support artillery and gives you artillery through smoke and ashes. Airland Battle gives you 100 CAS. Hell on Wheels is a 32 width medium armored division that spawns in. Big Red 1 is a 20 width infantry division. The M1 Grand is infantry division attack, just across the board, infantry division attack, which is super sweet. Calliope gives you 200% research on towed rocket artillery and passing the torch. This is where it gets big on this tree. Planning factor plus 25%, command power plus 0.5, maximum command power goes up by 20, and then Arsenal Democracy, the capstone for the US. Consumer goods factory down, stability up, construction speed up, production efficiency cap up, dockyard output up. Massive industry bonuses. You also have access to adopt the Sherman. So if you want to take the Hell on the Wheels division, adopt the Sherman first because it upgrades your tanks, which gives you better tank designs. Civilian Navy is just a supply drop. Lend-Lease trucks, which is a big bonus to mechanized and truck production. So you can build really cheap trucks and mechanized companies. There's a really lovely build with US forces that you can actually get mechanized down to cheaper than guns too, which is wild. And then oil tankers, which gives you more oil. Counterpoint to that, the USMC, which is getting picked here. Oh my gosh. I've never seen this before. So USMC, which also recently got buffed. USMC, I love this faction, so I'm super excited now. Did you see the life that just came to me then? So USMC is a superior firepower doctrine as well. You get the 1st Marine Division, which is a 20th Marine Division. You get the 11th Marine Division, which is a 25 Marine Division. You get with the old breed, which is invasion penalty down 10%, division training time negative 30%, special forces attack plus 15%, and river crossing speed penalty negative 15%. Helmet for my pillow, which grants non-combat outer supply negative 25%, supply consumption negative 15%. Encirclement penalty negative 15%. Doolittle's Raiders is a navy, a really good one at that, with aircraft carriers. You get 150 tactical bombers and 50 strat bombers. You get island hopping equipment, which is huge. It adds amphibious tank division, a 40 width amphibious tank division. This thing packs a punch. This thing anywhere near a river, boom. Anywhere near a naval invasion, boom. Finally, that caps out with Lords of Midway, which is you get out Doug, which is Douglas MacArthur, invasion defense, amphibious invasion speed, special forces attack, dockyard output, special forces capacity modifier. And also you have the same capstone of Arsenal Democracy. You get adopt the Sherman and the civilian navy and the Lend-Lease trucks and oil tankers. This thing is all about naval invasions, and I'm so here for it. This is going to be so wild. I've never seen USMC used on Nordwind, but you know what? If Berlin has a way of doing this, I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. Let's check. Everybody get your Jon Snow ready, because Kit Harington needs to be here, because winter is coming. Yes, that's right. They're going for Finland, and I think we're probably going to see it. Tried and true, the North Finland group is probably coming out here again. We've seen it a lot today. I'm not going to go through it again, but you know, it's good. It gets a random tank division. It's really good for manpower. It's really good in the winter. You get really good generals. It gives you some planes. You get some good infantry division. And it's all about not being a supply. But look at this. Look at this naval invasion coming in here for the finish. For the Axis, they're going to drop 10 divisions into Stockholm right away and look to hold that. I'm here for that. Instead of focusing an invasion north, they're going, no. We're going to go for the jugular. We're going to go for the easy thing to hold for the Allies. Oh, I'm here for it. So Finland. It's Finland versus the USMC. This is a matchup I don't think I've seen. I'm so here for it. I'm so here for it. The hype in chat. Like, give me the hype in chat. I'm so here for this. Absolutely wild. God, my energy just levels completely changed. I'm so out of liquids and fluids. Like, my water's out, my tea is done, my sneak is there, but I don't really want to down that because it's an energy drink, and I'm like, it's 20 to 11 here in the UK. I love this though. This is such a different pick. This is such a different pick. Hang on, the factory count. So much in favor of the Allies as well. And this Finnish Navy is going to be nothing compared to the Allied Navy. So if they contest... If the Allies contest the upper Baltic Sea, that Stockholm invasion is going to be pointless. And that's going to put the Axis on such a back foot. Oh, please contest it instead of protecting Narvik. I know that they're going to protect the Narvik invasion, but I think the better shout for them would be grab Doolittle's raiders and contest the Narvik invasion, and then put the tactical bombers and strat bombers on naval bombing. That would be insane. Oh my gosh, USMC is so good on this map, and I have... Hear me out with USMC. Instead of go for Stockholm, but then also go for the jugular. Just drop the amphibious tank at Helsinki and make a push there. Land in Helsinki and Viipuro. I mean, if the Allies don't port defense and port garrison, that could be huge. This could be huge. If this is played correctly if this is like guessed correctly by the Allied player, this could be huge. I don't know that it's going to be huge, but it could be. I need to run downstairs and get myself a liquid. I've been talking so much. Apologies, friend. I'm back. What did I miss? Let's find out. Let's find out what we missed, because we must be like 50 days. 41. I'm almost 10 out. Again, there's just a lot of things coming in there for the Allies. Okay, so Axis, how far are they through? Okay, they've got the Panzerdivision. They're not called up the reserves. They're going to go for... So they're going for the infantry and the tank. Probably the planes. And then they're going to get the bonuses. Allies. How far are they through the tree? They've grabbed the Navy. And they've grabbed the 40th Tank Division. Oh... Okay, they've put the Marines up in the north. Look at these elite Marine divisions as well. Boom. Boom. Those are going to be huge up there. Where? Where, oh, where? It's all the way back here. Look at this division. Oh. Oh, it hits so hard. Oh, and they're moving it south. Oh, I'm here for this. As a reminder, Berlin Wall is on the Norwegians. Archiusdonius is on the Axis powers. Axis powers are going to make a major push for Stockholm, but they're going to be met by a pretty major push here from the Allies. I want to see what the Navy does. It's all going to come down to what the Navy does in the next couple of days. We need more hype music than this, friends. Here we go. 13 days to the war now. Where has the Navy been deployed? Oh, oh, wait. No! Yes! Oh my god, they're doing it! They're doing it! They defended the Baltic with the major fleet as well. There's no way that the Allied Axis can counter this. There's no way that the Axis can counter this. This is huge. This is huge. This is going to be huge. This invasion isn't going to go. We're going to see the Axis probably squirm a bit, and we'll have to watch what happens. I think I'm going to watch the beginning of this war from the Axis perspective when they notice that the Navy just can't do anything. Here it is, one day. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. There's the wall. There's the war deck. There's the war declaration. Of course, they can just walk over through the Aland Strait. It can't be blocked. They've noticed that their naval invasion isn't going. They've got 0% escort presence. They now put their navy out, but their navy is probably going to get caught. They're manually moving their troops up towards Luleå. Okay, this is going to fire at some point. Okay, no, they're going for the manual route. They're going for the manual move on Stockholm. How the Axis... Oh, no! The Allied player has left his troops on a standard push so that he can micro up in the north. And because there was no supply connected here, it means they haven't gone. So I think the Axis are going to get... Yeah, they've cancelled the naval invasion. So the advantage that they just had has been thwarted because they didn't micro move these troops. That's a huge, huge misplay. They had such an advantage. And the Axis have responded. They've responded really well. And again, I think that's a macro build connection. Yeah, they didn't build any... Look, they're putting the railways in now. We're too late. They had such an advantage waiting for them. But the Axis are going to be in Stockholm. That is going to start the VPs ticking. Because Luleå has been grabbed. It's now 2-1. So the battle for Stockholm is where we need to keep our eyes right now, I think. There's no way that these Marines up here are going to be pushed out anytime soon. They are scary Marine divisions that have actually been... They've changed what width they are, which is nice. This AM tank, the key piece on the field, that's going to smash early game. It's going to destroy anything the Allied Axis are putting out there. I don't know if they've got AT in their build. Nope. No, they do not. So the only thing that's going to possibly pen that is going to be the Panzerdivisioner. And again, not going to do it. Easy. We've got a naval battle. One of the heavy cruisers has already been sunk from the Axis. This is awesome. This is so good. This is such good play here. And there are fighters out in southern... Okay, there's southern Sweden. There are fighters out. There are fighters over Finland. Are they... Oh, they... No. Allies. Ally, bro. You're bombing their home? You're strat bombing? Oh, the disrespect. The absolute disrespect. Okay, combat has begun. Allies aren't able to push through just yet. Friends, if you're new here, remember to follow the Twitch stream and the YouTube stream. Please go check out TMW eSports, my new place to be playing these kind of things. I'll be doing a lot more coverage, hopefully, of both the TommyKay League and other things throughout the future. It won't just be HOI either. I'm hoping to get some Company of Heroes in there. I'm hoping to get some other esports games that I do have a big passion for. I love casting, and I'd love to see you there, and I'd love to see you support me. It will be a lot of HOI, and hopefully get some EU4 events going soon. Hopefully maybe some CK. I don't know. It's all down to my time. But again, my focus is going to be working with Speed 5 and on HOI proper, with my own stuff coming secondary. But you know, if there's not enough HOI in your life, which for some of you I know there isn't, go check it out. Yeah, the supply over here is actually what's kicking the Allied butt. However, that will flip in a couple of days. There we go. It's started to get connected. I'd love to see them put another railway connection of their own in here, just to connect Fulhan and Norping. There's a little bit stagnant across the line. They're trying to make them push up. Do they have Mountaineers researched? I hope they've got Mountaineers researched. They don't. They have Rangers researched. They don't actually have Marines researched, which means they're I need to make a bug report to myself. Hey, USMC doesn't actually get Marines researched. That's hilarious. Made that bug report. That's hilarious. That's totally hilarious. This early game could have been such a fast-paced thing. However, both sides kind of fluffed it. The naval defense was really good, but the Axis reaction to it and going, oh, this naval invasion isn't going to go, I need to walk over there, was fine. And the Allies fudged their supply rolls, therefore didn't push in. However, the tank division, I see you. The majority of these troops are currently 21s. Okay, they're running 21 widths. Infantry 1 arty. Love that. 9-1s. 9-1s are really, really solid. My favorite template, I have to say, for infantry versus 14 width from the Axis. Oh boy, oh boy. These Axis divisions are going to be weak comparatively. 32 divisions out for the Axis versus 30 for the Allies. Allies done a really good job keeping up with the troop count this time. However, they do not have enough trains. They don't have trains in production. Gamers everywhere that are playing CIC, make sure you have trains. My God, just one factory at the beginning of the game. Boom, you're sorted. You don't need it. Don't need any more. That's it. How is the Strat bombers doing? And the Strats and Tacs. How are they faring right now? Are they just taking massive losses? Nope, they're doing so well. That's hilarious. And they're just tactical bombing their way through northern Sweden. Oh, Strat bombing. What are they? Oh, Strat bombers. That's so heroic. I love it. I love it. Allies. I might sound biased because I'm rooting for the Allies a little bit, but I am. That's because Archiusdonius has won all of their games. If Berlin, who is 2-2, they've lost 2, 1-2. If they win this, they ruin Archiusdonius's win streak, and I'm here for an underdog story. But both of these players are playing very well. Like, they are towards the top of middle in terms of players, I think. In terms of how they're playing, they're definitely not the top. They're not my Sum-Zeros. They're not my Mohammeds. They're not my Dankuses yet. But they have the showing and the ability to be that. They are on the cusp of really learning this how to play this mod and this game, and there's some really beautiful play here. Again, I think it's just map awareness, map knowledge, and not getting sidetracked with things would really help. Oh, there's the Marine Artillery Division. Oh shoot! So the first Marines actually gives you 2 Marines, and then that one gives you the holy hell. The USMC gives you so many Marines. Lords of Midway now coming in. USMC, I think, new favorite faction. New favorite faction, especially for this map. I would like to see an offensive, though. Currently, both players are kind of looking north. I think this is a particularly weak defensive line here for the Axis, but then again, they don't need to push at all. I'd like to see a push. No, do you know what, actually? Is Stockholm defended? Stockholm has no one on the tile. Allied bro. Naval invade Stockholm. Cut off all the supply. Naval invasion. There. Boom. Game over for this entire pocket. Please don't be moving north. No! Oh, it's fine. Like, they can't see what I'm seeing. But my theory would be, okay, I have naval dominance. I should be planning naval invasions. Like, you know? Even on Luleå, like, I know that that's probably going to be attacked. Like, I would want to be gearing up to both attack that on land and at sea at the same time. Now that I know that I've smashed their navy, that I have full green water, like, I'd be going, okay, I'm going to break off that Marine Artillery Division, wherever it went. Instead of putting it up here in the defensive thing, I'm going to put it in Sundsvall and just, boom, land it in Luleå. Or even better, in, like, one of the supply things down the line, like, hit Tornio. Like, that's the sort of gaming you need to be thinking about. It's both about where you are and also where you're not. Like, look at it. Like, take a look. Take a look at the supply map mode. And this is where map knowledge comes in. You should know that, especially if the Axis player has not taken all of this back supply, all of these supply routes up there, it's a one-line connection. So even if it's a probing attack, even if it fails, I should be looking to grab a naval invasion here purely because it tests it. Because, you know, all it has to do is go through. And I can always stop the naval invasion, especially if I've got this much naval dominance. Like, right? Going for a land attack, however, on the Stockholm pocket. It's going to stop. It's just a little probe. Little probey probe. God, you know what would be brutal? Putting the island hopping division here in Norping, having it on a naval invasion, but it's still here for the defense. And then have it go to Stockholm. I think the Axis player has realized their issue. And yeah, they're putting things to protect Stockholm. I think that's a really good go. I need to check the Axis player. No, they're fine. Their navy is stacked properly. You're not allowed to stack a navy in single stacks. And I was concerned because there's one sub out. So I just had to double check. Wait, no, that's Marines. Hang on. Archie. To Berlin, sorry. Need to go down there and tell them. God, I love the blue color for the US Marine Corps. It's almost the US color, but it's not quite. And it's like just that deeper blue. Also, what do you all think of the flags? I made all of these. This is my contribution to the mod. I do some of the art. That, and I do some of the design. I do some of the design. I don't actually do any implementation because you wouldn't want me coding anything. But I also do art and flags and icons. That's me, baby. Don't look at the focus. Like, we also have the wonderful Indie Clone doing some of them. By some of them, I mean like most of the icons and stuff like that. He does that, and also he does the awesome the general icons that aren't necessarily in base game. Some of the Canadian ones were done by me, and you can tell. A lot of them have been replaced since. There's just one guy who hasn't, and he's like, whoa, he's horrific. Axis currently have the VP upper hand, and it's really ticking away. But right about now is when this map flipped last game. So can Berlin do it again? Honestly, I feel like they could actually push Luleå here. I think they're overestimating the strength of the Axis. And I think they could be pushing right now. However, actually, no, logistically, they're kind of in a bad mood. They need to start getting some trains, which they are. The production efficiency is climbing up on that. If they get Arsenal Democracy, which they're about to, oh, that's going to flip some things. That's really going to flip some things. How's the air war looking? They're starting to contest over southern Sweden. They're trying to bomb Finland, but just over here. Oh. They started losing some heavy. Arsenal Democracy going in is a huge thing. Now expanding the arms industry. So the US are going to slowly, production-wise, run away with this. Arsenal Democracy is huge. Martial opinion is really good, though. That's some of the advantage that they'd have attacking some of these sectors is going to go right now. Oh, Axis, great job. They've noticed that it's US Marine Corps and all of the ports. Every single port is now guarded. I love it. Fantastic maneuver. I mean, it's good. It means that these divisions need to be on land now, but Stockholm syndrome. Oof, they let a fort get put in there. That's nasty. What's the air look like above here right now? I would have these on close air support instead of strat bombing, but I digress. How's Logi looking? Yeah, starting to lose those Amtraks and those amphibious tanks. The best piece on the board, really, I don't think has been utilized very well. There's a port on Island. I've just noticed that. Actually, hold up. What if the Amtrak navally invaded Island and then captured that port, used it to funnel troops in, and then had them flood in from behind? That'd be interesting. Another thing is what I'd be doing, I think, with the Allied forces up here. I'd be putting standard infantry up here in the north, pulling my nice Marine divisions, grabbing these 3 Marine divisions and having them here Luleå because they get bonuses crossing rivers. So therefore, the attack into Luleå would be handled better by them. I don't know where the Marine Artillery Division is. There we go. Another assault going in. They're keeping the AM tank out of the attack now. The supply is going. The supply is going. I think they're convoy raiding out here. And the supply is coming in navally through Stockholm rather than across the land at Åland. In fact, we can check that. No supply connection for the capital. Yep, they've currently got it set that the supply is coming over navally rather than across the thing. Oh, but they've now denied access. Interesting. Interesting. An assault's being made in the north. I think these lines are too thin from the Allies, though. Are they producing more troops? Then... Oh, wait, I'm on the axis. Hold on. Yes, they are. They're creating more US artillery divisions as well. That's Marine artillery. Got to be quite scary. Marine artillery division is a 25 width. It's huge. It's scary. They've also got a Ranger division designed up, which I'd love to see being used, but I don't think there's any on the field as of yet. But I do say yet. I think the Axis are being given too much breathing room. Honestly, they really are. I think there's Rangers up here for the Axis, which I think is a very good thing. Yeah, I feel like there should be more sort of random assaults in places to cause issues. Infantry equipment 2 now coming in for the Allies. They're really starting to run out of VPs. I honestly think the USMC was a really good pick, but they, again, this is what happened in map 1 for Berlin. Berlin got so focused on their tanks, got so focused on doing things, they forgot about the objectives, and the objectives just ran away with them. Last time, it worked much better, and then Archiusdonius was put on the back foot. Like, as soon as Archiusdonius lost the VP, they never got it back. And they scrambled. And it gave Berlin so much more time. But Archie, I think, is going to take this. Because I don't see anything being produced to do anything about this. The Marines are in the wrong position. The naval dominance that is still slapping is not doing anything. Supply is starting to get bad over here, but not quite fast enough. Air game is definitely not in the favor of the US. The Axis is heavily winning that. But again, I feel like using the AM tank, how it's meant to be used on a naval invasion, would be the better option. Just go around the okay, that's what they do. Naval invade. The AM tank and the two Marines that are training. There's 2 Marines that are training, right? Yeah, grab these and the AM tank. Put them in Norpink. Have them land on Stockholm. Whilst they're landing on Stockholm, trap this Panzer, the tank division, pin it with the infantry that's here. That's your assault. Pin in the north so they can't reinforce it. Boom, boom, boom. Have one of the Marines land here, getting the cutoff. All of this will crumble. I feel it. Let's just double check what the Axis have in there. Yeah, it's 2 infantry divisions. I think these are 14 width. Yeah. That 40 width tank division's got to smash that. They land here. Supply falters. Boom. Start pushing. Obviously, we know Stockholm's defenses, but even without knowing Stockholm's defenses, as the Allies here, I'd be going, okay, my advantage is Marines. Why am I not using my Marines in the correct place? Same up here. These 2 Marine divisions that have been here since the invasion of Narvik, yeah, they need to be cycled down. Remove the extra divisions that are up here. Move, say, just slowly 1 and then trade 1 up. Move 1 down, trade 1 up. Slowly shuffle them down the line and put them next to Luleå. Have the Marines go across into Luleå, cross the river where they get the advantage of the attack. They remain against that bonus. Boom, Luleå falls. If Luleå falls, they've now connected a lot of the supply up there, I think. No, they haven't. Luleå falls, all of this becomes out of supply. All of this. All of this up here is out of supply. See? It's a tactician's mind you need. I do not have the micro to play, but I have macro brain. I know how things should work, I just can't implement them. I'm a very good brain. Right, what are these 2 artillery divisions doing? They're going onto their own army, so we might be seeing a naval invasion come in. Are they going to try and land on Åland? Right, Van der Graaf is going on. Walter Kruger is being put on this division. Oh, they're going for Åland. I like it. At the same time, I'd be moving the AM tank and landing on Stockholm. I think that's what you need to do. Give them too much to respond to. At the same time, have just a general invasion order in the north. Let's just take a look at... yeah, it's really low casualty game right now. It's been very static. Let's see how this pans out for them. I think it's too little. This is the thing. Eventually, Berlin catches up with the right idea, but it doesn't do enough, or they do not do enough to trigger what else is going on. You want to draw the attention first. So, for example, start a general assault up here in Luleå. Because again, at the end of the day, you've got land to fall back in. If you lose up here, fine for a little while. But if you capture Alan while they're not looking, super good. Super, super good. The Navy's out. I think this invasion is about to go. Let's take a look. I think, if we compare the forces, I think those Marines will smack on through. And I don't know if there will be anything that can pull in the same time. As long as these infantry divisions elsewhere get pinned. I mean, they could probably pull the infantry from Turku in time. In fact, didn't think about that. But again, Berlin's doing such good ideas. Just not fully there for me. Just waiting on this naval invasion. I wonder what they're waiting on. Are they waiting on more divisions to come out? I think they are. I don't know if they have time. Oh, there's an attack going on in the north. I like this. Luli is actually really low defense. Oh, hang about. Good hit. Good hit. That's cut the supply. That's going to cut the supply, right? Yep. They never finished that connection. They never finished that connection. Luli is gone. Okay. VPs are now in the Allied favors. This is fantastic. This is so good. The pressure's now on the Axis, and all their attention is going to be up here. Have they fired the naval invasion? No. Fire the naval invasion. Come on. Fire the naval invasion. Please, fire the naval invasion. I know you're focusing up here. Just hit the OK button. That's all you need to do. Take your eyes off it, because all of the attention has been drawn up here. Actually, I don't know that it has. Oh, the naval invasion's going. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. They stopped it. They instantly stopped it? Why? Did they double click? Did they make a mistake? Oh, no, they just early deployed. Oh, they're waiting for those divisions. They second thought themselves. Look at this, though. The Axis moving more divisions up here. There's a lot of Rangers appearing. This could be a good call. What are these Ranger divisions like? 21 widths. Okay, solid division. Very solid division. Remember, these stats, though, are 25% less because those are not trained. So, not going to be enough. They're out of supply up here. Supply lines are really thin. That's such a good move. Such a good move. And they're going to go for the 3 VPs. They're going to go for the 3 VPs. I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. Okay, this game just got really, really interesting. Archiusdonius, remember, is going to be fighting for their tournament life right now, because this will be the end of their, like, win streak. I don't think that it's going to knock them out of the tournament. I'm not sure with the tournament rules here. But it's definitely going to move them slowly out of the top spots. Because at the end of this, I believe Tommy is working towards getting 8 top players for his final international for the big prize. So a clean sheet is going to put you right up there. But the less clean your sheet is, the worse it's going to be for you. Oh god, this is huge. Whoa, no. No. Why? I know why you're doing it. It's because you've just made a victory up there. But I think you were better with what you were doing before. They're moving the Marines to go north instead of taking out Aland. That's the wrong move, mother trucker. They could take out that 2 divisions there. Or have them land on Stockholm and cause this loads of issues. But no. They're going to try and cut off the north. If they can turn that into an encirclement, though, that's totally fair. But I don't think that's the right move. I really don't think this is the right move. We'll see, though. Again, these players have now been playing for... This is the 3rd game in a row, pretty much straight. No real breaks in between. They're going to be second-guessing themselves. This map is the map that takes the matchup as well. This is a best of 3, so whoever wins this wins. Such a good game. Such a good game coming in. Here goes that naval invasion. Let's see what happens in the north. We've got Ranger divisions coming out here as well. Oh, it's a match for match Ranger division as well in Luleå. That's so good. Okay, Marine Corps. Oh, and that naval invasion is looking sweet. And they've combined it with another land assault as well. They don't want to land this land assault, make it too successful. Push down from Narvik. Come on, come on. Oh, these Marines have naval invaded. Just no, support the attack. Support the attack. Or walk this way and try and meet the ones pushing from Luleå. Break this guy off. Last stand him. Come on, come on, come on, come on. They're both microing so hard right now. Just double check if there's anything going on in the south. There's not. Both these players are microing so hard. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, they got it. They got it. They got the port. Oh, this is huge. This is huge. Okay, Axis player, you need to make an assault down here, which you are. You so are. Good, good, good. That's a great counter. They know they've lost in the north, but they've got to put the pressure elsewhere. Try and take the attention back. Allied player might lose some troops here if they're not careful. They're really not careful, but they don't care. They're focusing hard on the north. It's going to be... Okay, this is a bit of a neck-and-neck game now. It's a bit of... Oh, they're holding. They're actually holding in the south. It's a good attempt. Such a good attempt. But I think the air just changed that. And they're going for the cutoff. They've grabbed Mudio as well. Oh, no. This is devastating. Okay, I doubted this play, but they got the invasion off. Again, I'm guessing player fatigue really starting to kick in now. There's a lot of divisions in the north. It's been a... Oh, there's an early deploy coming in. Early deploy coming in for the Axis, and a lot of divisions have been moved up. They're going to try and take the port, but it might be too little too late, because even if they retake this port, all of these divisions are now encircled and being crushed, utterly crushed. And it's going to free up so many troops, including Marines, to then make a press down here. This is a great maneuver here. Marine Corps doing such a good job. We're going to start to see some of those helmet pings very, very soon. They've moved some Rangers to shore up oh, they're holding. They're actually holding. This is the thing about green troops. They just are not good on the attack. Last stand coming in. A huge last stand coming in, which actually means the casualties are going to start climbing massively. 59k, well, almost 60k now for the Allies versus 83 to the Axis. Let's have a look at that when the pocket closes, however, because it's just going to get more brutal. There's what? Oh, 18 divisions in there out of the ones that we definitely still see. Yeah, helmet's starting to pop. There we go. There we go. Oh, all of them gone. Oh. Oh my gosh. They were in what? 80,000 before? That was 160,000 troops. Now, what does the Allied player do? The correct move right now is to start planning a naval invasion down here. That's the correct move. I think, however, they're going to want to try and push on land. Oh, surrendered. The Axis surrendered. There we have it. The rage quit. The absolute rage quit. Oh my gosh. So Archiusdonius loses the matchup. The victory goes to the underdog. Berlin Wall never fall. Hell yes. The Berlin Wall never fell. Ah, my God. That's so amazing.